Pinpoint Weather on NBC5 News is brought to you by the Cow Creek Umpqua Tribe.
Hey, welcome back at NBC5. Sunshine out there this morning. We do have some high clouds. That's going to be moving across the area for today. 57, a 5-degree warm up compared to yesterday morning. Feels really nice. In fact, the morning temperatures are going to stay pretty mild here for the next couple of days compared to where we normally are for this time of year, which is around 50 degrees. We're going to be about 10, even 15 degrees above that, getting into some summer-like conditions for this weekend with those morning lows. And that's the best time to get outdoors, go for that run, and also to maybe walk your pets because it is going to get very hot, especially in the afternoon hours as we approach triple-digit heat for the first time this year, or I should say some triple digits for some of our area as we head into this weekend. Now, next week, we do see temperatures kind of cooling off by the middle half of the week, but it is kind of this continuous day-by-day heat that is expected through the weekend. As we get into Sunday, Monday, even into Tuesday, we start to add a chance for some storms within some of our area. A little bit better chances in Northern California and east of the Cascades. Now, we're getting out of those 80s here for the valleys, and we're returning to some 90s for highs this afternoon. 94 in Medford. We got the 80s in our eastern counties. Still a little bit of a range in temperatures. Brookings still likely to make it into the 70s for this afternoon. They made it to 81 for yesterday. Even with the 90s out there for today, does not take long for the inside of your vehicle to reach triple-digit heat. Make sure if you have children or pets, you're always checking the back seat before exiting the vehicle, and make sure you are getting them out of the vehicle before heading out. Now, ridge of high pressure, again, staying strong. This is what's bringing the heat for this weekend. There's a little disturbance to our south, which is bringing in a little bit of moisture, and this is where we'll start to see that chance for some isolated storms. Into Sunday and Monday, then this system starts to shift to the northeast, and it's going to take that precipitation with it. But even into Tuesday, we do look to the latest guidance, at least showing that potential of storms to stick around. So we're looking over the next 5 days. Again, a lot of our area continues to stay dry, especially west of the Cascades. There is still a very low potential of this for some of us in the valleys, though, especially southern, across southern Jackson into southern Josephine County. Better chances in Northern California and east of the Cascades. We'll likely see most of the activity into Sunday, potentially into Monday, staying south of the state line. And then Tuesday, it starts to build in and push east. That's going to be in our eastern counties, and still that chance of storms into Northern California. But dry conditions for today. We do have some fog out there this morning for the coastline. That's going to be clearing and becoming mostly sunny. Again, temperatures ranging from the 60s and 70s, and milder for the overnight temperatures will be in the upper 50s here for the valleys after the highs today in the 90s. Our eastern counties again into those 80s. When we look at your 7-day forecast, we get into the upper 90s, and yes, even some 100-degree temperatures for the first time this year expected here in the valley before we cool into the 80s for next week. For now, just keeping a slight chance maybe for some of those isolated storms in the Monday and Tuesday. We'll likely continue to see that better into Northern California, and then moving in our eastern counties as we get into the start of next week. Lower 90s for the Klamath Basin for this weekend, and then dropping off next week. Upper 90s in Northern California before getting into the 80s, and we see the coastline staying into the mid 60s, mostly sunny and dry.